Good evening from wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much for watching Imani Television, the #1 TV station on matters faith and Jesus Christ. My hope is that you had a lovely day and a lovely weekend. Welcome to News Hour, today being the 14th of August 2023. And on a Monday, we have a lot in our bulletin tonight, including the bipartisan talks still ongoing in Nairobi. So stay tuned and be informed. We also have news from various ministries concerning different projects taking place in the specific ministries, all for you. But before we dive into our news, into the items, don't forget to follow our social media handles at Imani Television on Facebook and YouTube, as well as so that you can get many updates. Let's get our top stories tonight.
Therefore, we shall be engaging in that dialogue process, which now formally begins because we have now the two technical teams from both sides formally constituted. We have a secretariat that, as we agreed last week, myself and the leader of minority in the National Assembly were to engage with both speakers of the House.
Conformity to the 30% access to government procurement opportunities Act requirement for youth, women and persons with disability as an affirmative action targeting the special groups.
We'll be able to determine the gaps, and then we'll be able to reflect back as a government together with the development partners as to how to resource mobilize to address those gaps.
Na nature kwa sababu ya rules yao. Wakitaka kuni lazima waende misitu. Wakitaka dawa ya watoto na ya familia mzima wanaenda. Na tena tunajua wakina mama ndio wanachota maji. Na maji inatumika nyumbani. Kwa sheria ya dunia, maji lita 14 ndio inatosha mtu mmoja.
Watu wa Western. Umeona venye speaker ametushikilia sisi wote. Tunashukuru waheshimiwa Western wameshikana na kila mtu. Saa hii watoto wanaenda KDF, tunafaa kuomba. Tutaomba nani? Ni kina speaker tu na kina msali hao. Hakuna watu wengine. Tuamuke wana Western, tushikane venye jamii hizi zingine zinashikana.
Issues maturely. Mimi ninaunga mkono kabisa 100%. Urafiki na heshima kati ya Rais William Ruto na kiongozi Raila Odinga. Ninaunga mkono kabisa ya kwamba kuwe na heshima, kuwe na uwiano, kuwe na ushirikiano.
By investing in infrastructure, promoting unique experiences, and enhancing marketing strategies, we can position Kenya as a top-tier global destination.
Welcome to the broadcast. My name is BARASA SAENYI, and we begin our bulletin. Negotiation talks between the Kenya Kwanza Coalition and Azimio One Kenya have officially started today at the Bomas of Kenya, where the negotiations are taking place. And currently, the Kenya Kwanza government or the coalition listed the reconstitution of the IEBC, the implementation of 2/3 gender rule, the entrenchment of the Constituency Development Fund, and the establishment of Office of the Leader of Opposition, and embedment of the Office of Prime Cabinet Secretary as the items for discussion, whereas the Azimio coalition also named the cost of living, audit of the 2022 presidential election results, restructuring and reconstitution of the IEBC, and it also wanted or wants interference with political parties discussed. However, discussions didn't take place as both sides claimed not to be ready.
We had said, as we agreed last week, we were to reconvene this morning, and that's why we are now here. We are beginning with an introduction of our two technical teams from both the Kenya Kwanza Coalition and the Azimio One Kenya Alliance, whom we have just introduced. And this is a team that will be backing us up in the dialogue team. We now want to brief them on what our expectations as a team are. to help us realize the objectives that we have out of this dialogue team in the quickest time possible. We have also indicated that we are here to engage in good faith, in line with our laws and our constitution, and we want to believe we are all here in the interest of the Kenyan people and the Kenyan state. And therefore, we shall be engaging in that dialogue process, which now formally begins because we have now the two technical teams from both sides formally constituted. We have a secretariat that, as we agreed last week, myself and the leader of minority in the National Assembly were to engage with both speakers of the House. We have engaged with them and they have been gracious enough to grant us a secretariat that will be helping us in putting together whatever we need throughout this engagement.
Actually going to synchronize the agenda. And I'd started by saying, as far as Azimio la Umoja One Kenya is concerned, our teams have been ready. But I think that our friends are also now ready. And we want them to engage so that they can look, as you remember, both sides had their set of agendas, and it's important they get synchronized. And that we leave to the technical team to be able to provide the way forward. Once that is agreed, I think we'll be on our way.
All right. Now, the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula has welcomed the decision by Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition leader Raila Odinga to cease anti-government protest to give dialogue a chance. Wetangula, who was in Bungoma County, expressed support for the bipartisan talks, saying it was the only way to resolve issues considered pertinent as opposed to the street protests. The Speaker implored Kenyans to exercise patience and accord the president time to implement his plans for the country, while also urging leaders to prioritize harmonious coexistence among the citizens.
So I come before you, my brothers and sisters, to beg you that our unit of purpose will make a difference in our lives tomorrow. Na hiyo umoja haitafika kwa sisi kuendelea kutukanana, kuchukiana, kusema maneno isiyo na maana. Itakuja if we are our brother's keeper.
Muungano yetu ndio umoja wetu, na tutaheshimika na jamii zingine kama tumeungana. Muarudishe kwa njia, muambie sisi lazima tuungane, ndio jamii zote heshimu sisi kama jamii ya Western Region.
Watu wa Western, umeona venye speaker ametushikilia sisi wote. Tunashukuru waheshimiwa wa Western, wameshikana na kila mtu. Saa hii watoto wanaenda KDF, tunafaa kuomba. Tutaomba nani? Ni kina speaker tu na kina msali hao. Hakuna watu wengine. Tuamuke wana Western, tushikane venye jamii hizi zingine zinashikana. Unaenda mkiwa timu kubwa na mko na numbers, muombe chenu kwa serikali. Speaker, bipartisan ni lazima ishikane bwana. Hii nchi lazima iendelee. We continue like this, Speaker. So for us as women, we want to see peace. We don't want to see bodies being brought home. Ati tunazika watoto, ati sijui walifanya nini, na tunawacha hizo familia hivyo hivyo.
Tumekuwa na taharuki, tukakuwa na maandamano, tukaharibu mali, tukapoteza maisha. Sasa ni kushukuru upande zote mbili. Bipartisan talks, tumeweka viongozi wakuja pamoja ili waangalie ni nini inakera siasa ya nchi yetu.
Now, moving forward, Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has officially opened the Women in Construction 2023 meeting in Nairobi that aims at motivating and funding more women to take up jobs and contracts in construction industry. The meeting also targets to advance the government on education, procurement, and construction reforms so as to be able to accommodate more women in construction industry, as majority of jobs have been taken up by men. Let's watch. All right. Being directed that the item will be reviewed in a while. But moving forward, Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu has defended government-driven interventions, saying that they were fixing systems that had almost come to a halt. Speaking at a church service at Ogembo PAG Church in Bomachoge Chache constituency, the CS supported the Kenya Kwanza government's assertion that it had inherited a rundown economy. Machogu attributed the sponsorship of learners and revamping of the new curriculum and enhancing teachers' remuneration terms to President William Ruto's leadership. He assured the learners of access to education at different levels in the government funding, remarking the future progress of the country depending on the success of its children's education. Speaking in the same event, Sports Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba praised the ongoing discussions between the Kenya Kwanza and the Azimio la Umoja coalition that it will bring the country to order.
Issues maturely. Mimi ninaunga mkono kabisa 100% urafiki na heshima kati ya Rais William Ruto na kiongozi Raila Odinga. Ninaunga mkono kabisa ya kwamba kuwe na heshima, kuwe na uwiano, kuwe na ushirikiano. Lakini hiyo heshima lazima iwe na foundation, iwe na anchor. The anchor for respect between our leaders, starting with President William Ruto.
All right, still on matters ministries, the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Heritage has today signed a performance contract for the year 2023-2024 with the Tourism Cabinet Secretary Penina Malonza, noting that the ministry targets to increase the number of tourists, which is set to rise the revenue generated by the ministry. Let's watch.
We must work hand in hand with our stakeholders, our local communities, our sister ministries, as well as international partners to ensure a holistic approach that embraces the principles of sustainability. In the realm of our tourism, our goal is to increase visitor numbers, boost revenue, and create more employment opportunities for our citizens. We envision a Kenya where tourism isn't just a sector, but a force that drives development across various industries. By investing in infrastructure, promoting unique experiences, and enhancing marketing strategies, we can position Kenya as a top-tier global destination. Wildlife conservation remains close to our hearts. Our unique ecosystem are home to incredible biodiversity that needs our protection. Through partnerships, innovative technology, and community involvement, we will combat poaching, habitat loss, and other threats to our wildlife. Our commitment to conservation extends beyond borders. We will continue to lead the fight against illegal wildlife trade on the international stage. And as you are aware, I was elected the next president for the next 2 years for Lusaka Agreement. And therefore, we will be joining forces not only with the East African countries, but also with the other African countries to fight illegal trade in wildlife.
Now, the Ministry of Health has officially begun the process of conducting a census in various health facilities to identify deficiencies within the sector. This exercise is expected to continue for a period of 2 weeks, targeting 15,000 public and private health centers. Speaking during the launch of the health facility census, Health Minister or Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakhumicha stated that the statistics gathered from this initiative will assist the ministry in identifying ways to enhance service delivery in different health facilities. Let's watch.
It is important for us to be able to undertake this exercise, for us to be able to know the services that are being offered by our health facilities. But more critical is also the resources that are present in the various facilities in terms of health infrastructure, health equipment, and most important of all, the health workforce present. Based on this data collected, we'll be able to determine the gaps, and then we'll be able to reflect back as a government together with the development partners as to how to resource mobilize to address those gaps.
From the county government, in terms of equipment support, human resource support, infrastructure support. We do not want to do it selectively. And that is why we have this health assessment, that as an outcome, then we know exactly what facility needs to be supported with what. From my technical teams, it is anticipated that this exercise will take up to 2 weeks. And after that, we will share the report publicly so that people can know what service is available at what level. And as an end result, then we shall also establish the PCNs.
Now, from the health ministry, we head to West Pokot County, where women in West Pokot County are facing hardships, compelled to undertake long journeys in search of water due to deforestation that has led to rivers drying up. These women have taken it upon themselves to plant trees to prevent further damage. Many areas in West Pokot County have witnessed the drying up of rivers, forcing residents to walk long distances in search of water. They emphasize that the primary issue is deforestation.
Ikitoka upande wa chini, ikifika hapa ina condense na ndio inakuleta mvua upande ya West Pokot Highland areas. Na upande wa chini ni source ya maji ya wafugaji.
Kama kusema women are the ones who interact with the forest so much na nature kwa sababu ya roles yao. Wakitaka kuni lazima waende misitu. Wakitaka dawa ya watoto na ya familia mzima wanaenda. Na tena tunajua akina mama ndio wanachota maji. Na maji inatumika nyumbani. Kwa sheria ya dunia maji lita 14 ndio inatosha mtu mmoja. Kwa watu 6 ama 10 kwa familia lazima akuwe na maji na naenda maji.
Malengo yetu zaidi ni kuhamasisha jinsi tunaweza panda miti nyingi ili tupate pia hewa mzuri, tupate maji kwa sababu maji hapa ni shida sana.
Now, moving forward, the government through the Ministry of Water is funding the construction of 2 dams in the Chepalungu area for 14 million shillings. According to Victor Koech, the Member of Parliament for Chepalungu, the project will provide relief for more than 1,500 families living in the area who have long time suffered walking for a long distance in search of this precious commodity called water. Let's watch.
Hawa mama wamekuwa wakitembea kwa zaidi ya kilomita kama 10 ili waweze kupata maji. And I want to thank the government for giving me this particular project. Pia iweze kuwasaidia. This is not the final solution. We're still going to work and to look for other avenues ya kuleta maji ambayo ni safi, waweze kupata pia maji ya kukunywa. There is an old project called Chepalungu Water Project. I am on top of it and I am really following up with the Ministry of Water. And God willing, in the next coming supplementary budget and the next coming budget in the next financial years, tutaweka kuweka kwa budget ili watu wengi wote wa Chepalungu hadi Ndanai waweze kupata maji from the old scheme or the old project.
The residents of this area have been having a problem of getting water. They have been traveling for around 10 to 20 kilometers at times. That where they are going, they cannot get water. But we hope that this project that has been started here will be of immense benefit to them.
Now, a group of Kenyans living in the diaspora have been handed houses in Nairobi after years of investing in Kwetu Homes, now being a women's group based in the United States that helps them invest back home. Now, according to Kwetu Homes, the founder, that is Lily Richards, the organization was founded to offer solutions to the diaspora clientele that had their needs not met, with the majority of Kenyans in the diaspora losing their money whenever they try to invest back home. Let's watch.
I'd like to urge diaspora people to invest home. It's very important that we invest here. If we don't, other people will come and do it. Nigerians, Chinese, everybody, they'll come in and do it. So tukienda ngambo tulalie masikio, we lose. So what motivated me was just life as an immigrant. You leave your family here, you go to a foreign land, and you realize you're alone. and you have this need for community, because if you're alone, you'll get depressed, you'll get sick, you'll fall through the cracks. So community is important. We needed to have ourselves together so that we can pull together. It's very hard in America. It's everything. It's the IRS, it's looking for work, it's school, it's what you have to do so much to find information, to get from point 1 to 2. And before us, nobody put together anything that could help us. Now we have a community. All you have to do is ask a question and you get your answers.
We have handed over 38 units of 3 bedrooms bungalows plus servant quarter to Kenya women in the US, Kwitu, a group in the US of women that have believed in us, have trusted in us to deliver this unit. So we are happy that we have them today. My advice to Kenyans in the diaspora, we know we've been in this industry for the longest 10 years, and we have seen you people lose money. Would like to advise you, do due diligence before you invest. Conduct search, if you're buying land or houses, look for something called green card, get to know the history of the land so that you can't lose your...
Now, let's get some sports news. And Kenya's Women Premier League champions Vihiga Queens made a strong start in the Sekafa Women's Champions League by defeating Zanzibar's New Generation 3-1 in Uganda. And as for the images that you can see on your screen, New Generations took an early lead through Amina Hemedi's goal, but Vihiga equalized in the 37th minute in the second half. Ruth Hasoka gave Vihiga the lead in the 58th minute, and the final goal came through a penalty in the 81st minute. Vihiga is in Group B alongside Tanzania's JKT Queens, Rwanda's AC Kigali Women, and Zanzibar's New Generations. All right, that's all we had for you from our news desk tonight. Keep watching Imani Television for more spiritual awakening programs, uplifting gospel music, and information update. Our health, hygiene, and wellness program is coming right after this bulletin, where Dr. Stewart Wanyama and I will be discussing matters concerning breastfeeding and its vitality. My name is Barasa SAENYI, and on behalf of our production crew, we say thank you so much for watching News Hour. Have a blessed night.
Welcome to Imani Guest Houses, your perfect home away from home. Our spacious guest rooms are designed to provide you with ultimate comfort and relaxation, complete with hot showers and free Wi-Fi. Enjoy mouth-watering meals served in our charming dining area with friendly staff at your service. Rest assured that your vehicle is safe and secure with our ample on-site parking space. Unwind in the serene outdoor terrace while enjoying the scenic surrounding, and our friendly staff is always always on hand to ensure your stay is nothing short of amazing. Located along Webuye Kitale Road opposite St. Joseph's Boys High School and 1 kilometer from the Kitale Airstrip, it is uniquely located at Imani Radio Ministry campus near the airstrip and highway. Contact us on 0796 035561 or 0713 093354. Book your stay at Imani Guest Houses today and experience the ultimate comfort and relaxation in this beautiful region.